What is going on, world? Welcome back once again. My name is Zach Novak and this is Zach Novak Plays Games. In today's video we have Zor's location and inventory. So roll in, just get right into the video and I hope you certainly enjoy. Alrighty, so Zor is at Nessus, on Nessus, at Watcher's Grave, chilling in the tree. Let us go see if the tentacled bastard has survived this overall downpour of destruction in this area, and hopefully he's got something good. Fingers crossed, let us have a look. Yes, Zor, we may, and if you are here to help me, then that in itself is pretty decent. This week in itself, I will state, yes, you are here to help. This is pretty decent. These rolls in themselves, as I can already see, are pretty freaking decent. Let's start things off with the stun braces. These things are pretty decent. D1 and a D2 weapon, well, exotic armor. What am I talking about? 65 as its main total, 20 legendary shards for this exotic, with the main perk being called Helium Spirals. Increase the duration of solar grenades. Solar melee kills grant unlimited solar grenade energy for an unlimited amount of time. This thing isn't unlimited, but it is close to it. You can throw about 6, I think maybe 7 actual solar grenades, and this thing in itself is actually pretty decent and beastly. It actually looks pretty cool with the ornament on it, just because, you know, it changes it to blue and kind of like that, kind of blends in a little bit more, and also has the Osiris symbol, because why not? I mean, Osiris is RIP, good buddy. Anyway, 23 legendary shards for this exotic. Next up, we've got ourselves the good old Chest of Alpha Lupe. D1 exotic into D2 for the Titan. This thing is 23 legendary shards, 62 main stat total. This isn't great, it's not the best, but it's actually pretty decent and good when you're actually using it in the right circumstances. Main perk being Survival Well. Generates an additional orb of power from supers and a healing pulse when barricade is activated. This thing itself, for that first part, orb of power, one orb of power isn't really too great, especially when it's not actually that useful, but being able to actually generate a healing pulse when the barricade is active is actually pretty decent. I've used this in I think 3 or 4 lost sectors as of recently, simply because I can actually get my health back in a really quick flash. This thing actually is pretty decent. 23 legendary shards, pick it up if you've not got it. Moving on, next up, we've got ourselves the Shards of Galnor for the Hunter or Huntress. 20 legendary shards, main total is 62. If you have not got these, just pick them up. Just flat out, that's it. This thing is beastly. Hits and kills with Blade Barrage will return super energy after the super ends. In other words, you throw your flaming knives, it gets kills, and you get your super back for more flaming knives. This thing is beastly. Honestly, I actually really like this thing. The ornament on it actually just makes it look even cooler, because it's like it's fresh, brand new, and it's glowing and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, pick it up if you haven't got 23 legendary shards. Moving on, next up, we've got the weapon of the week. We've got ourselves Hard Light. This thing, 29 legendary shards, is one of my most favorite exotics at the moment, simply because I can use this in any flavor of Lost Sector, and this is going to actually come in pretty beastly, simply because 29 legendary shards, it's kind of expensive, but I'm joking. But this thing itself actually is honestly really friggin' beastly. Main perk being a volatile light. Rounds fired from this weapon have reduced damage fall off, over penetrate targets and ricochet off hard surfaces. Projectiles damage increase after bounce as well. This thing in its pretty beastly just with that actual perk. Secondary perk being the fundamentals. Hold X or square if you're on PlayStation. Change the weapon's damage type, cycling between the solar, arc, and void flavors. All 3 are very much useful in pretty much any lost sector you're going through, because, you know, shield match types and all that stuff. This thing is pretty freaking beastly. I honestly really like it. It looks pretty cool with the actual different ornaments. I like lethal system just because it does look kind of old school, and I think it's more like a warlord's weapon. It's just pristine and simple. Once again though, 29 legendary shards, pick it up if you have not got it. Moving on, and finally we've got the exotic Engram. 97 legendary shards. It is a random exotic that'll unlock an exotic you don't. Zora, you okay there? What is going on? He's having a bit of problems here. I don't know what's going on. His whole body went crazy now. His hands just, he's gone all Mighty McFly. Stop it! God damn it, Zor, you. Anyway, exotic Engram, 97 legendary shards. This thing will decrypt into an exotic you don't actually own unless you own all exotics, and it'll actually decrypt into a duplicate exotic. However, it might actually have better rolls than what you already had on another exotic. Zor, that's distracting. 97 legendary shards. Let's just see what we get from this. We got Dawn Chorus. Okay, this thing is beastly. honestly, it's actually really freaking good in both PvE and PvP, especially with bottom tree, you know, fire sword guy, Dawnblade. What am I doing? Anyway, it says right there, your Dawnbreak projectiles cause damage to burn on contact and deal more damage to them. All of your burn effects last longer and you gain a small amount of melee energy each time you or one of your burns kills or damages a target. This in itself actually is pretty beastly. I'm pretty happy I got that. That's not bad. 62, 20 on discipline. I like that. That's not bad. Also, Zor's, the rest of his stuff, he's distracting me this week. We've got ourselves Dire Promise with not some great rolls. We've got ourselves some Giant 7 Pulse with some pretty good rolls. Last Prediction with another good roll. 7th Seraph, pretty decent roll for Crucible. We've got Hollowed Words, yeah, it's not the greatest. Berenger's Memory, the grenade launcher, this thing, it's actually pretty decent. Pick this up if you've not got it. And Keening, it's not bad. We've also got the armors in itself. This isn't actually the greatest, but 64 on an Ancient Apocalypse hood isn't actually too bad. I might pick that up just because I need some other high stat stuff, and that's pretty useful. He's also got himself the Exotic Cipher, which everyone knows complete 21 of the extended things, whether it be Crucible, Strikes, or Gambit, and you get yourself an Exotic Cipher. Unless you already have an Exotic Cipher, then you've got to actually use that Exotic Cipher to get something from Zor, or you can use that Exotic Cipher at the tower, at that little kiosk thing. Everyone knows what it is anyway. Once again though, this has been Zor's Location, and it was right for the weekend. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, click that like button down below, do like good stuff. Let me know, did you actually get anything good from Zor? How did I die? Who killed? How did I die? Was that legit just some random guy pushed me, or?
You are the one I was sent to find, I think.
Alright, Zor. Cool. Some guy found Borealis, unless you just got that from his inventory. Anyway, I'm babbling. This has been Zor's Location Inventory. Look at all that stuff. Let me know if you actually picked up anything from Zor in the actual comment section down below. Do all the good stuff, and I'll be cheering like Garrett. He was Ed Sheeran. But until next time, this is Zach Novak, signing off. Peace out.